David, we were up over in Knott's Berry Farm, looked out the window, and what do you have? Another pursuit. This is eastbound 91 freeway, just past the 5 freeway. Unclear which agency is pursuing this vehicle. Right now, he's going so fast, there's nobody right behind him, but very erratic driving.
Welcome to the Trashcats Trashcast. I'm Richard.
I'm Steven.
And today we're going fast and eating trash.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. How was your week?
It's been okay. Glad Thanksgiving's over. Working on some art. Got a little time off work. Doing okay. What about you? I'm just excited for this. I've watched a little bit of it, but I haven't seen the conclusion. So this is going to be so
I've watched
weird.
The whole bloody thing. We're watching a car chase today.
Oh, fuck yeah. How's your week been?
It's been good. Once again, same Thanksgiving prep. It's I usually spend a lot more time doing it and getting the notes and spending time on developing what I'm going to do with each thing. And I kind of did all that in a day.
Oh, hell yeah.
And everything turned out great. So
we did Lebanese food. It was awesome.
That sounds proper.
Yeah, it was nice. But glad it's fucking over, that's for sure.
Yeah.
On to the next shitty holiday.
On to the revving up for Jesus' birthday. So I think we can probably get right into it. I want to give some of the details here of what's going on here. So we're following a car chase that happened in L.A. a few weeks ago now.
Yeah.
The suspect in question is named Johnny Ancondo. He's 32 from Moreno Valley. And he's accused of leading officers from multiple agencies on a lengthy chase that stretched through a decent portion of Los Angeles.
This is straight Grand Theft Auto at its finest. He honestly, he did a lot of things right.
Yeah, that's the thing I kept noticing during the whole video was wow, this is really impressive. That was really ballsy, and it turned out well for him.
And the police.
Not in the end turned out well for him, but in the moment,
it was also just so dangerous. The police weren't willing to, I think, kill him on TV.
Well, there's that, but also they're. I guess they weren't sure if he had a gun or anything. Yeah, getting other people involved. So they're a lot of the times when they would get any kind of where close to him, they would give him the chance to step out of the car, because I think that's what usually ends up happening is people realize they're caught and they give up.
Yeah,
but after a couple times of doing that, I think they learned their lesson. We'll see at the end here, but
yeah,
he was being pulled over for a traffic violation and he took off running. Because he was already on parole for attempted carjacking and evading police.
Mm-hmm.
He stole multiple vehicles to keep the pursuit going, including breaking into one family's home to steal their utility truck, even as they attempted to fight him off.
God.
It's fucking brutal. He's now been charged with more than 24 felonies, including assaulting 8 law enforcement officers. And if he's convicted on all of his charges, he faces a possible maximum sentence of 54 years.
Do we see, I assume the police are already tailing him? You want to start it and we'll see?
Maybe getting in the vehicle. We'll see here. It looks like he's very, very agitated, in a rush to get away from that vehicle. Getting in a pickup truck. We'll see if he, he does not. He does. I was going to say maybe he happens. Yeah, he's breaking into the pickup truck.
So what's happening, the original footage when you go online and you find this is from a Skymaps camera. It's a helicopter. They're not with the police. They're just with the news station. And they were out doing a bit for Knott's Berry Farm, something about, some event going on there. And they happened to be in the area. As they were pulling out of the area, they see, they see this car that's, going crazy speeds. So they kind of start following him, and they realize he had a officer on him originally, but the way he's driving, weaving in and out of cars, and when he gets stopped at a red light and there's cars in front of him, he just goes right in between them, takes out their mirrors, and keeps moving.
The cops are off of him. He's going 85 miles an hour. The window is half down, and you can see him. They got a great camera view. He just dipped through a bunch of traffic lights and parked his car. Do we know why he left the first car?
We don't know exactly why, no. And it was presumed that this car might be stolen, the car that he's driving in might be stolen, but he does stop. He gets out. He tries to break into a van. Unsuccessful. So he gets back into his car and pulls out.
It was a truck, a black truck.
Yeah, black truck.
And he was trying to get in through the doors. He's back in his car. Dude, he is going so fast.
Well, this is also, we're watching at one and a half speed.
He's going extra
He's
fast.
going that fast. But he's going 65 miles an hour in a residential area.
Yeah.
Heading northbound now on Catalpa Avenue into oncoming lanes of traffic. Some wild turns here. They have to get some ground units into this area because the driving, as I see it, is just way too dangerous to let this go on much further, nonetheless, in the middle of rush hour.
All right, he's pulling onto a side street. He's still booking it. So the newscopter is the newscopter following him.
Yeah. This right now, it's just the newscopter is on him. As we go forward, you'll see there will be, I think there ends up being 3 different helicopters chasing him. And like a whole fucking bevy, over a dozen, officers in cars.
Now here's the question.
Yeah.
When's the last time you ran from the police?
Never once ran from the.
Oh,
okay, let me tell you this. I almost, so accidentally, I guess I did. I was driving home from work one night and it was storming. The road I had to take to work, this was in Florida, was a long stretch that went out to a little, dry place, but it's a long stretch of road along mostly marshland and shit. It's raining. It's like real heavy, like torrential Florida rain. Sometimes it comes down in fucking sheets, and it was dark. There's no street lights on the road, so I can't see, fucking 10 feet in front of me. I can't see the road in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking for a good place to like pull off to the side. Could not find one. I got my high beams on. Like I'm trying everything to try to see where I'm going. And apparently I finally get towards the end of the road and I pull into a gas station and this cop pulls up, next to me and he's like, "Hey, what's going on back there? Why weren't you stopping for me?" I said, "Honestly, I was not looking in my rear view at all." He's like, "I had my lights on. You didn't see any of that?" I'm like, "No, I was glued to my front window because I couldn't see where I was going. Couldn't find a place to stop." And he ended up letting me go. But
that's not a story.
I inadvertently ran from a cop.
That's so funny, man.
Yeah.
The only times I've ran was times they were doing the speed gun near an exit, and I was worried about getting pulled over at the time. And it was one of those ones where I knew if I punched it, I could get to the next exit before they could get on the highway type of deal.
Yeah.
Whereas I can be gone before they can get me. And even that is like, you feel like you're taking your life like at risk.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a whole nother charge on top of whatever you could possibly, they might be pulling you over because you got, your taillights out.
You know how good it feels to get away though? Oh my God. It's worth it. If anybody gets pulled over on their way to work this morning while they're listening to this podcast, just gun it. Just go for it. You'll get away.
Fuck them all.
Well, shit. He runs through the little condo area, and he's taking the fridge van. What was it?
Looks like he's trying to break in to the van. He finds an open door in that white van, and now you can see the black and whites pulling up right behind him. He's blocked in.
Yeah, the refrigerated van, big beefy sumbitch. But as he gets in, I guess he's got to hotwire it.
Yeah, he's cracking locks and hotwiring, and the police SUV just parked right behind him. They got him boxed in.
Now trying to block him in as he puts it in reverse. He's going up and down, he has nowhere to go here. He's really trying to ram that car out of his way as he is now stuck in that parking spot. There's really nowhere for him to go. He's got a fence in front of him. Look at this. Look at violently into reverse, ramming right into that Fullerton Police Department vehicle.
Yeah. This might have been my favorite part of the video because as I'm watching it, it's 5 minutes into this video that's an hour and 40 minutes long. So immediately, you think by looking at the situation, oh, they got him. And you're like, oh, no, this hasn't even gotten started. This is just the fucking beginning of it.
I feel like if this was Cincinnati or Detroit, they would have shot him to death by now. So he's ramming back into the SUV now. He's blocked in between a curb with the gate. And then in front of him and behind him, he's bumper to bumper against the police SUV, ramming it.
Yeah. And he's
The determination. This man's a hero.
He's making some bad choices in the way that he's turning the vehicle. He's not.
He can't see.
Turning inward. Yeah, he's not doing super well, but he's making some headway. He's getting himself some room.
It's crazy when you bump a car like that. They do move. Like they're in your mind. I feel like for myself, when I think of bumping a car, you don't think everything's going to shift, but you can punch through some cars, no problem.
He pushed this car back a good, 8 feet or so.
What do you think those cops are doing right now? Like, are they?
They got it looks like they got guns trained on them.
Why are they're
not standing around? I think they were afraid of getting hurt in the process.
Of taking it,
but
because do they not? I mean, I just feel like a lot of stuff like this. Even if I don't think they should, I feel like a lot of time they're taking a shot on somebody like this.
Mm-hmm. And also, it was just the one squad car, so they were waiting on backup.
Yeah, backup's flooding.
As backup's pulling in, he's fucking flying out of this fucking lot.
He's loose. He knocked the first.
He goes off road and like swerves past them. He is on the fucking road. He's ready.
Here comes backup, head to head. This is dangerous. Look at this. A head-on situation almost with that patrol car. Officers out of the vehicle, and now he's racing through the subdivision as more officers race into this neighborhood. Look at this.
So he's out of the little suburban condo area, back on the main roads. He just ditched like 5+ squad cars, and he's flying in this van now.
Yeah. Now they gotta not only catch up with them, but they have to reinform everyone he's in this van now.
It's got to be so hard to coordinate people, and also keep in mind the helicopter's not their copter, so I don't know if they have direct lines of communications.
From what I can understand, they did.
Okay,
they had at least some kind of communication with them of like, hey, we're following them, and they had somebody in the helicopter that was talking to somebody.
No,
but yeah, they were.
Now, if you were in this situation, and let's say you had the mind state that you had to get away, like you have a family member that if you don't get to the house with their medicine, they're going to die in the next 5 minutes. So you don't care how many cop cars you have to hit, you're getting away. Like, what is your technique right now? He's on the highway now.
Yeah, he's on it.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Honestly, he's nailing it. He really is. The thing is, at least in the hypothetical you gave me, there's an end goal.
Yeah.
Like, sure. I can't imagine what the end goal is here for him because, like, he might not know that there's a helicopter on him. I'll give him that. At this point, he might not know that there's a helicopter on him.
And he's just trying to get distance.
Yeah. And he could probably get a good distance from where he's at right now, but there was not a helicopter on him. First of all, they might not have found him in the lot, the first condo lot.
Yeah.
Second of all, if there wasn't a helicopter on him at this point, he would for sure get away.
Yeah, like because
he could get off a couple exits up the road and just ditch the van.
He's in the side highway lane. Oh,
no problem ramming into anybody at this point or sideswiping any vehicle that's in his way. So I think we are about to see some really dangerous, very precarious situation here.
Going 100 miles an hour. Just straight weaving through traffic.
I think I told this story, but my brother's car was stolen earlier this year, and he happened 2 days later, a day or two later, he happened to see the guy driving his car on the highway.
Oh, shit.
So my brother was tailing the guy in his car.
Oh, yeah, you did tell me this story. That's right.
And he called the cops, and the cops pursued this guy, but they really don't like to, they let him get away. Like, they don't like to go after high-speed chases because it is, there's been so many times cops have accidentally wrecked and killed a pedestrian. Yeah. It's so dangerous.
There's the police chopper. So the second chopper's on him now.
Now, what would your goal be? Because I feel like the only way out is to get out of sight, whether it's underground, parking garage.
That's it. Under bridges, even. Like, there's a couple times that I've seen people maybe not get away, but almost get away. And it's when they go underneath bridges or, a parking garage is a dead end.
Well,
you can get in there.
Connects.
You can get in there and ditch it, and like if you can run out, but it's only works if it's like there's enough distraction shit going on around it where you can get out and not be seen.
Like if it was a covered parking garage that goes into a mall or like a Newport on the Levee, somewhere you can go from parking directly inside where there's a ton of people without being directly seen from above. I feel like that's your only shot.
Here's another thing I learned from car chases. If you're gonna commit crimes, bring a change of clothes.
Yeah.
Because I watched one video where the U-Haul one.
You wear two sets of clothes. Yeah.
Guy had a backpack on him and ran out, and they think he switched clothes while he was, hiding under, like, in a bush or something.
Also, when you load a gun, wear 2 pairs of latex gloves.
There you go. Some pro shit.
That fucks so many. It normally fucks over people that deserve to get caught. I will say that. Yeah.
But. David, he fishtailed off of the freeway there, almost lost control, actually, and is now regained control on a much
he's fucking gone. It's one of those where he's flying in, it's not residential really here, but it's like a commercial, a business area, but he is cooking. And now, he just happens to get a lot of good spots where he can get through traffic, but when he doesn't, he's just...
Ooh, shortcut.
Impossible to set up for a spike. Look at this! Off-roading.
Plowing through people's fucking side mirrors.
I mean, his background, and they didn't know this at the time, but his background is in car theft. Like, he definitely is a car guy. He hotwired or broke into 2 cars we've seen already. Like, he knows how to drive. I am curious, do you think he's intoxicated? Because he's driving so well, but he kind of...
That's what... I don't know.
It feels a little methy to me, or speedy.
That's exactly what I was thinking. If he was on anything, it's probably some kind of a meth or speed or something like that.
Yeah. He's in the flow state right now, for sure.
Yeah, he's driving so well, though, considering.
I wonder if he lights a cigarette or anything during this.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an hour. Like,
it's just how bonkers it is to... I can only imagine in that state of adrenaline even if you don't, I imagine he's almost got to know the police, the helicopters on him, because there's 2 different ones following him now.
And that police copter swooped pretty low at one point.
They're much lower. They're much closer to him.
Have you ever been in like a high adrenaline state for a prolonged period of time like that?
Not too long. And the adrenaline wasn't, I would say, not at all comparable to this.
Sure. This is extreme as fuck.
Yeah, this is some wild shit. I've gotten that, like close to that. We usually call it like a second gear at work kind of thing. Like when you get, hammered in the weeds and you're like, all right, there's only one fucking way out of this, and it's make all of these tickets right now. And it's you kind of switch gears and you step it up. And for a little while, it's nice. It's comfortable. You can you learn to move with it. And like you said, like a flow state. But then after a while, it tears up your brain.
He's going against traffic, swerving through oncoming traffic, going through parking lots to take shortcuts and shit.
Yeah. There's a lot of driving against traffic in this one, driving into oncoming traffic.
That is a scary feeling too.
Yeah. That's one of the things, and that's another part about the police chases. Like some of those, they don't want to pursue because they will make them more aggressive and more dangerous.
Just fucking big curb.
Yeah, big curb took out a bunch of landscaping.
So I've been in a couple semi-prolonged, I don't know what you call it, like a stress state. What would be the right term?
Look at that thing's whipping. Oof. He whipped it around that corner.
The thing I have found is like anything over like 15 minutes even 5 minutes of a highly stressed state like that, as soon as things start wearing off, all those hormones and shit, whatever the fuck's pumping through you, making you like dialed in and like respond to the stress, you crash so fucking hard. Like you're exhausted, like mentally fatigued. I feel like something this long, when you're in that as focused as you can be with life or death stakes for more than an hour and a half, I feel like at some point during this, he had to have like just felt so fatigued and started to fade out.
It looks like he might even have a flat tire. Look at this. There are pieces. He's lost his tire. He's on his rim.
Now, speaking of fading out, his back driver's side tire is out. At least that one. Cop is one. There's at least one cop on his ass.
It does look like just the one, but they're catching up to him. And no back tire. So I wonder. I mean, you have to be losing a serious amount of momentum and speed. Oh, it's sparking.
Yeah, it's sparking up. It keeps locking up on him too. Like, He's having some real issues with that. Driving through a gas station with his Sparks.
With a 30-foot tail of Sparks.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
So fucking dangerous. This is where it gets wild.
He doesn't fit through 2 cars.
It's not moving. He's stuck. Now he's stuck. It looks like he's stuck.
Where, once again, it looks like it's game over. It's donezo. It's only 18 minutes into this hour and 40 minute long video. Cop is right behind him. He is stopped next to a car. He got stuck. He is keeping his foot up on the gas so that back rim is just spinning.
You can see those rims are starting to glow.
And it's grinding into the street. You get sparks flying all over the place.
Sparks and smoke everywhere. There's no car in front of him, but he doesn't have enough traction to go forward. So the cop's out of his car with a gun on him. He's flooring it still. And the I don't know what
you can see. He's just digging a hole in the ground.
Oh, dude, that's got to be so hot.
Asphalt.
All that smoke, like, I mean, I feel like your van's going to start melting.
Yeah. Well, I think that's what he's hoping for. So it's on fire now. He's started a full on fire going on here. And it's
the van.
He starts trying to like see what he can do, see what he can get away with. He can't go out that way because he can't go out the driver's side door because the cops are right there.
I'm going to shoot him in the face. And the other door's slammed closed by the car that he got stuck on.
Yeah.
There's a parked car in the lane.
Yeah, there's a person in this car over here that's like just
now the
stuck.
hood is smoking out.
Yeah,
he
his shit's fucked.
the engine. He's still full-footed on the acceleration. Just sparks everywhere. I'm surprised this cop isn't trying. Like, I feel like at this point, if I had the mentality of a cop and I was a cop, I feel like I would have shot him by now.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, that's the one is like, he doesn't even want to get around to that side because the guy might have a gun, armed. Like they recognize how dangerous his potential is.
Sure. Did they ever do we know if he was armed during this or not?
They claim that they saw that he has a gun on him. Oh. All right. So this is important.
And it looks like the vehicle is now disabled. Additional units now pulling into position here. So some backup from CHP. Backup from CHP and Fullerton PD as he gets out of the vehicle, crawls out of the passenger window, and is now running for it northbound Carmenita Road. Running up northbound Carmenita.
So he climbs out the passenger side window while there's like smoke and shit all over the car. They're looking at the driver's side window. He jumps out the passenger side window.
Smoke bomb, distraction.
Yeah.
There were like
it's exactly what it is. He's just running
too.
A couple blocks down the street here.
Where are the cops
no big
at?
Deal.
Where are these fat little piggies?
Nowhere.
They just let him go on foot.
Yeah.
He's not even going fast.
No, he's not. Well, he's like running out of stamina around here. There's one cop car seen him and pulled over.
He's into the neighborhood.
Oh no. He's now on private property.
Running up in someone's backyard.
Oh, he slid out on the sidewalk. Oh, he's through someone's fence. He's in a backyard. Damn, they got all the camera angles so good.
Yeah, this chase is crazy.
This is like typical like California backyards too. All the flat rooftops and shit.
And jumping fences. He's jumping fences looking for a way into one of these homes.
So he goes up and you're like, oh shit, like is he hiding out over here? Like what's going on?
Is he kicking in their back door?
So he goes in, you'll see him, he's going to pop right back out here in a second. They zoom out thinking like, oh, maybe he ran through the house or something. Like, nope. The dogs are out. He goes in this door.
Oh, there's like 3 dogs. He's going into
puppies are just like, what the fuck's what's going on? And then the camera zooms out to the front of the house. Somebody's walking in through the front door. They just got home. They just got home from work and shit.
Is that into the garage maybe?
It looks like, I don't know if it's like a window or like what would be over there. It might be like a sliding door or something.
I think, yeah.
But then he tries another door, a sliding door, and it's open. Gets in there.
Oh.
So there's a couple minutes where it's like over top of the house.
There's this house with dogs.
The dogs are there. They're all outside now. They're like, all right, what the fuck's going on? They don't.
Oh.
Somebody running out the front. Look at this. A confrontation inside the house, a family home, and now we're going to come around the front here. Oh, my goodness. Oh my goodness, look at this.
Comes running out the front. House full of people come chasing after him as he runs up out of the front of the fucking house.
He's brawling him as the wife is pulling the husband back.
Yeah, they're like, stop fighting him,
scared.
stop fighting him.
He's got a weapon. The husband.
Yep.
Is that a knife?
Dogs all up underneath the house. Crushes the fucking gate.
So he got in this dude's work truck.
He's in the truck. He's in the truck. He's in the truck. He just got in that truck. There's a dog under that truck. Oh my goodness, look at this. He just stole the, oh my god, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is incredible. This is incredible.
Rolled over top of the dog. The dog doesn't seem to have been hit, but he rolled over top of the dog, bumped the husband, and went through the gate as the wife and the husband are, oh my god.
Yeah.
How did he get were the keys in that truck?
He went and installed the keys from inside the house.
Holy, how did he do that so quick?
Unbelievable. I cannot believe what we are witnessing.
It's masterful work.
Now he's flying back on this main road past the cops that are going to the house he was at still.
Yeah, they're all going looking for this guy on foot. They're looking for, maybe the white van. They're going towards the white van. Like,
damn.
He's fucking ditching them all.
Westbound on Leffingwell Road. I want to say westbound. Can we put the compass up real quick?
So what is this, his third vehicle?
Yes.
There have been several major felonies that we have witnessed here this evening.
So it's at least the second. The first one, I haven't been able to find if the first one was actually stolen or not. Yeah.
I would feel like it's
you would imagine so, right?
Because the news
Why else would he run like that?
Right. Oh, he went back through, I think it was the same gas station. He's going back the opposite way.
And we're just getting started still.
We don't even know. I mean, there could be a full tank in that truck, so he may have a whole new fresh tank to play with here.
Now, what's cool about this truck, so there's a ladder on top, there's all these tools in the back. This family that owns this truck they have like a lawn care business. All these fucking tools in the back, there's fucking weed eaters and shit that eventually they'll come flinging out. We'll see that. There's it gets wild. There's just a truck bed full of shit that's...
Now, I feel like this is kind of the opportunity where he had a chance to have gotten away.
Potentially, yeah.
The sun is going down, and still no visual of law enforcement.
I mean, I don't know...
If it wasn't for the helicopters.
I feel like he has to get to like a movie theater, a mall, something.
Somewhere blend in with a crowd of people.
Something, because I just can't imagine just driving like this. You can't outrun these copters.
So there's the fucking weed eater hanging out the side.
Dude, my boy's going 5 stars.
He is, man. He's in a residential neighborhood just fucking flooring it. There's like, it's around nighttime, around evening. So you can picture there's like kids and shit, like people walking their dogs and shit around here, and he's just fucking going for it.
There's something so satisfying about violence and destruction in a suburban area. You know?
It's a little bit like this not expected. I think it's the placement of it.
Yeah. Dude,
the setting subverts your expectations.
The Killdozer guy is oh my god, one of my favorites. Just on a run of terror.
He makes it through so many of these intersections that he's just flying through.
He's
like
precision
red lights and
driving.
Stuff. He's doing really good.
No problem going the wrong way against traffic. 75 miles per hour on Los Nietos Road and Shoemaker Avenue. So again, a very, very light traffic here. And it wouldn't matter anyways, because when there is traffic, he just seems to ram into everybody in his way. So,
and then he goes over the divider because there's no open space on that lane, driving into oncoming traffic. No big deal.
He just split. That was a 7-10 split.
Yeah.
All right, they're labeling the streets. They got the on-cam graphic design effects going.
Yeah, they got the full shit, man. This is no joke.
And Skymaps 7 does not fuck around. He's on Painter Ave and Park Street.
They're going to get your ass.
Oh, it's unbelievable. I mean, he's on a bona fide crime spree here.
I've only seen one
intersection.
I've only seen one chase where they got away with a helicopter on him, and it was a dude and a Hellcat.
Mm.
And literally, they were like The helicopter was going its full speed at about 120 miles an hour.
Shit.
And they could not catch up to him because he was just going like 140, 150, just flying.
What's the fastest you've ever gone? In a land vehicle. Obviously, you weren't the one driving. But how fast?
Yeah. Never me driving the vehicle, but I think like 100. 110, 115-ish.
That's about where it maxes out for residential, right?
Yeah. It's on 50 East.
Dude, 50 is the worst spot to book it now. There are cops.
That's also
everywhere.
Where I got pulled over for booking it when I was young, too.
My dad wrecked a motorcycle on 51.
I absolutely believe that. Big fucking dead man's curve up there.
I don't know where he was on it, but on a motorcycle, all it takes is like one gravel pebble, one little oil slick, and you're just fucking dead. It sucks.
That case, so I was 16 when that happened. I was going 60 in a 45. And I go to court, and the judge is like, says here you were going 60 on, 50 West and on Columbia Parkway. And, I said, I did. Like, no contest to it. And the guy was like, all right, here's the thing. I take Columbia Parkway to and from work every day. I know how hard it is to go the speed limit there. Yeah. So I'll let you off with a warning, pay your court costs and get out.
That's cool as fuck.
Yeah, that was like, okay. So even the judge is like, 45 is fucking ridiculous. Nobody goes 45 on Columbia Parkway.
That's wild. I think I've maxed out like around 110, 115. It just feels like at that point in a racing vehicle, you have no real control of the vehicle.
Well, absolutely not. You start getting the little wiggle going on.
These little squirrels.
Yeah. It's like, all right, maybe I can, let me just.
It's like there's banana peels all over Rainbow Road, and you're just like on your last life. You got one balloon left.
I got one balloon left. Yeah, it's at this point in the race, he's now. It is a race at this point, right?
Yeah,
he's gone. There's no law enforcement on him anywhere.
Looks like he's found himself in a dead end. He's at a dead end at the end of Alta Avenue, putting it in reverse, and he's going to reverse his way back out of here. We'll see if there's any black and whites waiting for him on the other side here. Let's widen out just a little bit, Rob. See what's waiting for him as he comes out the other end of Alta Avenue. Nobody. There's nobody in his way here.
It's crazy. I can tell
he's so far.
He's just listening to that Cake song on repeat.
Yeah. He's going the distance.
He's bending corners. Almost hit FedEx. He's back on track over the double yellow. Ooh, just missed.
It gets wet and wild around here.
He has done a masterful job of evading authorities while creating a lot of horror and havoc.
So he's on a 2-lane road, one lane for each direction.
Yeah, this is like a neighborhood right now.
Yeah, he is swerving in and out of the shit.
They got the spotlights going. Is that the third helicopter?
Yep, that's the third helicopter. They have what they call it, the
night sun.
With a dangerous madman behind the wheel like this, anything is possible. We've already seen it, and you can see that night sun coming on. Compliments of the Anaheim Police Department, Angel One right overhead.
Yeah, night sun. Yeah, and they're looking for him. He might be seeing it around now because they got it up ahead of him.
I will say, if you're in a ghetto ass neighborhood and you see one of those police copter lights come down, just about the most intimidating thing on earth. It feels like SEAL Team 6 is about to drop in and
yeah. Honestly, your best bet, probably just go back inside. There's some shit going down, and you probably don't want to be party.
Crawl underneath a sewer lid. Do whatever you have to do.
Get under some shit.
Oh man, this is it just takes your breath away with every intersection that he blows through.
Man, these are tight streets. Like he could get blocked in at any moment here.
Yeah, you would absolutely think so. He's literally in like cul-de-sac territory, and there's a part where they start hitting him with the night sun, and they're talking about it can start to aggravate drivers, and it can like make them more.
Crash.
Yeah, make them, act wilder. It can also, let people know that, like, hey, we
Get
fucking see you. You are not being, you're not going to get away from us at this point.
I mean,
Which is wild to me. Like, there has to be a point in this where you're just like, what's the end goal here?
I feel like just the amount of brightness that's giving, like, you know, the sun going down when you're driving home from work can be enough to just about cause you to crash that thing.
Yeah.
There's no way you can see that much. Now, the new technology, he's pulling into what looks like a grocery area, mall, parking lot, something.
Yeah, I think this one gets a little wacky here.
Back towards the freeway, and I wonder, my gut tells me he's looking for an entrance ramp. A close call there.
He's definitely in a big parking lot. He pulls back out.
It looked like he wanted to make the stop there, but they were too close on his heels.
Yeah.
Supposedly the new technology that they're going to start putting in all engine blocks is a chip that police will have the option to disengage your vehicle. And there are like one or two police chases I've seen where it was a newer electric car and they did have the ability to remote turn off the person's engine.
Yeah.
And there's talks of that being like a standard thing in all vehicles.
Yeah. I mean, they can already do that with like, I forget, is it OnStar that does that? That can do that. Like if your car gets stolen, they can like,
lock it up.
That one, that almost a hit in that intersection there.
Dude,
that was a close one.
When you're going through unintentionally, it's a red light and you see it the last second and you go through a wide intersection like that.
Yeah.
That's just
fucking
about as sketchy.
Terrifying.
I mean, he's weaseling his way out of these predicaments, and I just don't know how much longer this could go on. I just can't fathom it.
Because these are big intersections. There's just so much time for someone to sneak out in front of you or just T-bone you head on.
The fear of getting I mean, even watching these, it really makes you think like how often have you flown through a red light just on accident? Like you're not, because you're missing, you're not paying attention, or like
he almost ran over a child.
Yeah, you almost ran over a person there.
Oh my goodness. That's a school. He's in front of a school, guys. He's in front of a school. Lots of people walking in front of this school.
Now, do you think, I feel like his mind's, let's do a little psychology. We're both doctors here.
Yeah. Certified.
Do you think, I figure his mind state is one of two ways. I have a guess, but I don't know. I feel like he either is fully willing to die, is in fuck it mode, or he is like, I am not going to jail no matter what. I am going to get away. Like, I feel like he has to be like willing to die suicidal right now, or he is determined to live free.
There's a part of me that makes me think that like he is still in the head process of I'm going to get away.
So now 2 law enforcement helicopters following his each and every move. He's not going to get away, guys. They are going to get him off the road.
He may not be there anymore, but I think there is a switch at some point where he realizes. So he just pulled into a dead end drive. He's got to back up. There's got to be a point where there's nowhere near him.
Damn.
He can just take his time and fucking chill.
That was a 3-point turnaround.
Look, they zoom out. Nowhere. No fucking police. Nowhere.
He got distance, man.
Yeah.
They have to swarm him. They have to swarm him and get him off the road at all cost.
So I think there is a point at some part where he switches over and it's just like, fuck it. If I'm going out flying.
Yeah. Enough time has already passed that it is fully nighttime now. It started at dusk. It is pitch black out.
Yeah. I think he realizes he's like in a neighborhood setting. He's not going to get any distance. Yep. I think it was another dead end.
That's got to be like sheer panic when he pulls into those dead ends.
Yeah.
Dude, I will say, I mean, I've spent so little time in jail, but I really do identify with the feeling of like, fuck this, I will never go back. Like, I understand when, you know, whether it's a friend or like just people in general, like a guy on the run, like there is no stronger motivation than to not go to prison. And he's in so deep. Like, what? I mean, I feel like really what was he wanted for? Carjackings? Like this attempt.
Yeah, he was on parole.
This attempt to flee, he is endangering people's lives. but his crimes weren't so severe. I feel like they should have just let him go right away. Like they always catch him eventually, but
I think the reason they stayed up on him was because of how dangerously he was driving.
they just gotta let him go, man. I mean, this is crazy. So many people's lives are at risk from this, right? I mean,
yeah. Oh, absolutely. It's actually miraculous. Nobody dies in this chase.
I would give that to his precision behind the wheel. I mean, he's probably a scumbag, but he's a great driver.
Yeah.
Those black and whites trying to keep up, but they can't do what he's doing.
And that's the reason he keeps losing them is like the cop cars, like even with their lights on and stuff, they can't drive like he's driving.
No shot. Now, in general, cop cars are so much faster. Like to try to lose a cop is typically pretty oh my God, this is these
a bunch
streets,
of them pulling up on them in one.
Oh my, this is a congested Los Angeles intersection. There are so many fucking cars. 2 cops just got right behind him now.
There's 3.
Ooh.
Big tail of them behind him.
So he just picked up speed.
Here they come at Norwalk Boulevard. About 7 black and whites at the major intersection making a right turn on Norwalk, and there it is. Look at this. Literally the middle of rush hour.
Oh, there's so many cars on the street.
Yeah, it gets real wild. He's going 80. He just flying by the other cars like they're stopped.
Oh, it's so dark.
Going up 90.
I just hit the point where I don't feel safe driving without my glasses, and it's ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
Ridiculous.
That sucks.
Yeah.
And look at this. Yeah, just weaving around.
I want eye surgery so bad. But I don't know if
I've only ever heard good things about it.
But
people have good results with it.
My understanding, though, is they can't. I thought they could, but I heard they can't for progressive natural vision loss. But
maybe not.
I don't know.
It's something I've never had to look up because I've never had to wear glasses.
So ridiculous.
It's my brag that I'll hold forever. Until one day I'm blinded in a freak accident.
In an acid attack?
Yeah, an acid attack. Fucking Phantom of the Opera over here. That's the one. If I ever got a weird freak acid accident, let me ask you: if you had to wear like you're disfigured, your face is abominable to look at.
Oh, I've had that happen.
What kind of mask are you looking at? Are you gonna wear?
Let's see.
Are you even gonna rock one at all?
I don't know. So I'll say this: I've had my face fucked up pretty bad a couple times when I got jumped. And a bunch of my piercings got ripped out, and my nose was broke. That I was like actually fucked up, and then I'm a picker, right? I'm a heroin addict and a picker, dude. There's times where I don't know why, like I pick shit anyway, but on dope, it feels so good. I've just like ripped my face off.
Picking up scabs and
everything. It's just so insane. It's so crazy. I've just destroyed my face like that before. And there is nothing more shameful or embarrassing than having to be in public when your face is like fucked up. So if I got acid attacked, right?
Mm-hmm.
I pissed off some extremist group and some dude splashes acid in my face. What kind of mask would I wear? Maybe a crocheted clown mask. I just saw some cool
fancy.
Yeah, or just a classic ski mask. I like ski.
Yeah, go full Jason on them.
Yeah, a spike ski mask. What would you do?
Oh, I'm thinking like Halloween costumes.
Scream mask.
Yeah, like I got this cool Frankenstein mask. Like for long term wear, it would suck, but you could edit it to make it like just go over the face kind of thing. Like,
what about plastic reconstructive surgery? Like you're this.
That's way too expensive.
No, you're this guy. You're this guy on the run, right? But let's pretend he hit a bank robbery along the way. He's got 10 million stashed in this landscaping truck, and he gets away.
Pulls into a plastic surgeon's office and like, do me up quick,
real quick. How crazy do you think it would feel to have to get a concealing face surgery?
Oh no, that would be wild. That's
recognize yourself as yourself. I feel like would dramatically shift your psyche.
Yeah, that would fuck with your head so much.
I would imagine even to strangers, you would feel like you're lying or hiding something. Like,
Yeah. It's that imposter syndrome, like times 1,000.
If the shoulder wasn't there, you could bet your bottom dollar he would just ram right through these cars.
all right, so he is back on the highway. This looks like this might be his peak speed reached. I mean, he looks like
Yeah, he is cooking. He's definitely done some damage on this truck. When he first took off in this truck, it's like brand new. It looked spectacular. Now there's like all these dents and shit in the side of it. It's all fucked up. The just along the whole sides of it.
the family had one payment left on it, and it was in perfect condition still.
He's already ruined several people's day.
The good news, there was some good news to come of this. Not really good news. I guess it wouldn't have had to happen if it wasn't for this. But the family with the landscaping business set up a GoFundMe kind of thing, and they got a bunch of money together to replace the truck and the tools and whatnot. And they reached out to the guy whose refrigerated van got stolen, and they shared some with him because he was kind of in a need basis. So they were able to replace the things they needed thanks to a GoFundMe situation. To say nothing of fucking insurance and how that works.
Honestly, man, I don't know why, but I really hate that.
Why do you hate that? What part of that angers you?
It just feels, I don't know. It feels gross. Like when somebody has something like bad happen to them and then the world, for whatever reasons, decides to then reward you for having a tragedy where it's like, you should have your vehicles fixed. You should have like, you should not be like, your life shouldn't be financially fucked up because of what happened. But it also feels kind of lame because everyone's donating just to feel good about themselves. Like no one gave a fuck about these people until something bad happened to them. And then like
So your anger with the situation is the people donating.
Yeah.
Not the people that are like, hey, would you want to give me money?
Well, I don't think it's like necessarily cool to like if they made their own GoFundMe campaign. I think
because people have made GoFundMe campaigns for way lesser shit.
Yeah.
Like
I don't know.
want to go buy a bunch of, buy a bunch of Cheetos this month.
I wish I was rewarded for all my tragedies, or I wished like the world.
You didn't set up a GoFundMe.
I know, but I just wish the world wasn't the way it was, where like no one in the world gave a fuck about these people until something bad happened to them on the news, and then we all care at once, and it just feels gross. Like I don't blame them. Like good for them. I'm glad they got that money, but I just don't like it.
It sounds to me like you're kind of being a little bit of a hater.
I'm a hater for sure, and we're going to address that next week. I have a big. I've written up something just about this for everyone.
I think I get where you're coming from with that. The thing about some of those GoFundMe campaigns makes me mad because it's like there are people that start these and like they seriously do not need the money.
Oh,
they don't need anything. And meanwhile, there's people that actually could really use the help that like, like their kids, needs like surgery or some shit. And like, and they might get funding or, everyone donates to this, dumb fuck that wants to do a stunt off a bridge or something.
It's all about fashionable charity. I was just listening to something recently about the best ways to donate money dollar for dollar, like $1 for climate change or $1 for helping with mosquito nets.
There's the weed eater. It fell out of the truck.
That's a weed whacker that fell off the back of that truck, by the way. It appears to be a gardening truck, guys. There is a lot of landscaping equipment in the back of the bed of that pickup truck. Excuse me.
Just about causes another accident. So, like, if you spend $1 for a charity to buy mosquito nets in Africa, that dollar is going much farther than it would if it was going to climate change, for example. Mm-hmm. That's just because like the logistics of your dollar to climate change isn't going to do as much because the situation is so fucked and the money's not going to help the same way. Buying a certain percentage of a mosquito net can practically help someone.
Right.
And there's something like, I don't know, man. I don't know where I'm going. I just don't.
There's a lot of those too, where like it also depends on, there's definitely a thing with, the cause in general. Like you said, that dollar is not going to help nearly as much in the idea of climate change as it would in, getting practical things that people need, like right then. Like that's a whole different kind of, the bar for how much they need to get the goals reached is a lot lower too. And plus there's not like, laws that are holding shit back or making things more difficult. But it's also, there's a thing with, different charities. Like you can donate to a cause, but if you donate to a charity where, and I get it, like all the nonprofits need people that work there full time. Like some people that work at nonprofits are paid people and they're paid by the donations that they take in. And those people are responsible for overseeing the long-term business that the long-term charity that they're doing. So I get where that's necessary, but there are some where like for every dollar that you donate to this charity, maybe 10, 15 cents of it ends up actually going to the charity.
Yeah, there's some good charity watchdog stuff. I guess what I'm trying to get at is more that I feel like most people give just to ease their guilt or give to feel good opposed to giving to really want to help. In the end, in the end, the thing is it really doesn't matter. As long as you gave, that's what matters. But I just don't, it just seems like priorities are mixed up sometimes.
Uh-oh.
Meanwhile, this guy, he's getting away smooth right now.
He is driving around traffic. Like you said, at stoplights, he's going up off the side of the road on like close to the sidewalk to get around cars.
He's powering through silky smooth right now.
He's getting real lucky with intersections.
He's pushing the pace. He's got distance, it seems like.
Ooh, that was a close one. Ooh, that was scary.
That car probably missed T-boning him by 12 inches.
Just by a hair.
Yeah, or less. Yeah.
At a high speed.
Yeah, they were both moving at a clip too. And now you'll see here for the next couple intersections, they've got cops stationed up at like stopping traffic at these intersections.
Trying to put down spike strips probably.
They will pit him and do whatever it takes to get him off the road, but that assumes that those officers are pit qualified.
And they don't get one on him. They do not get a spike strip on him. He is full clip going 77, 78 mile an hour on a commercial kind of road.
I don't know if I told you this one or not, that this was about 2 years ago. It was my last summer building pools, right? Mm-hmm. And we're driving to this job site. We're out in Sailor Park. We're leaving Sailor Park to go to like Morrow or some bumfuck nowhere, right? Mm-hmm. And we're on this like country road. There's no buildings, just like a long stretch of road with some trees and shit on the sides. And it's just 2 lanes, and we see a work truck in the opposite lane coming at us, just like we would pass each other like normal. About 50 yards ahead of us, this truck just lists over directly coming onto us, fully facing us, driving in the wrong lane towards us.
Jesus.
And my buddy at the last second rips the wheel, and this dude keeps going straight, and he shoots off the road into a ditch. Like his car shot through 2 trees, down about a 15-foot little ravine, and bounced out into a field.
Oh, fuck. I think you have told me this one before.
Dude, I have never been in that close of a clearly life and death accident. And somehow
that would have been fucked.
And this dude was honest, and it was interesting because I could understand, but he was not out on heroin. And he was just like, he just was like crying, so sorry. Destroyed his vehicle, just about totaled, but could get it to drive away. It was so fucking wild.
They will close that gap, but every time they do that, he just basically speeds up.
So whatever adrenaline this guy was running on, like we were talking about, like there comes a point where you got to be like slowing down, kind of giving up, like, internalizing with it a little bit. He's probably like come down off of it. He's now caught his second fucking wind because the cops are on his ass in full force. Every intersection he rolls through, 2 more cop cars pull up around him. And he is like once again, just going through these small intersections, destroying people's fucking mirrors and shit.
Jumping the curb, tearing off somebody else's bumper, just added to the list, guys.
I wanted to do a rewatch of this and just count how many
mirror count.
Mirror count. Yeah, how many mirrors are lost in this incident. But now he's back onto a 2-lane highway, one for each road, one direction for each road, and he is just weaving in and out, back and forth through oncoming traffic. Cops like following him for a minute, but like
and this is a winding road too.
Yeah.
Missed that car barely. It's a windy road that's going to meet up with Hacienda Road on the other end, also called Hacienda Road.
I mean, this is like, you need full control. He's passing people in the shoulders.
Yeah, he's forcing cars in the opposite lane to like move over. He's barely.
Oh my goodness! Close call there onto the median.
Barely got through that. Guardrail kind of helped him out on that one.
Oh shit!
Yeah, he is like basically riding down the middle of the fucking highway.
Dude, he's doing some like NASCAR turn moves right here.
Yeah,
like,
he is not fucking around in this truck.
They haven't tried to like.
This is a good ad for this truck,
dude.
Very likely a newer model it looks like a Chevy. It's a Chevy, yeah, it's a Chevy pickup, and he's continuing now around this this person. But man, he is just, I just
for real. They haven't tried a pit maneuver or anything, but my guess is they can't. They just haven't got close to him in so long.
We don't know that. That was a guess on my part. That's what I have a feeling, but that means nothing.
Yeah, that and I think in the actual audio of the video they talked about it with the van, it being possibly too heavy. Similar situation for this, where like at the speed that he's going, it would be a real tough call to do a full pit maneuver on him.
Desperate times call for desperate measures.
Because I feel like when you're at this high speed, it's just like as soon as your cars touch, like you basically explode. Like you don't know how it's gonna actually crash out.
Yeah.
Wow, man.
Riding down Hacienda Road, man.
I would imagine most cops in the city are at least in the loop about this at this point. Not every cop in the city's pursuing him, but this is like a...
dude, there's a lot of hands on deck. There's ones from different cities. It starts in like Fullerton, and it goes over to Whittier, which, you know, involves like Fullerton Police Department. And then also you start getting Los Angeles sheriffs.
Yeah.
Losing control, up on the curb, losing control, crashing into another car.
I would imagine the damage is, do you think it's hit $1 million? It's hard to say with damage. Like my guess is we're at 250,000.
That sounds about right.
Because you can clip a lot of mirrors and not get to $1 million.
Yeah.
If a line of cars are parked on the street and I have a baseball bat and I go one by one hitting mirrors, I gotta hit a lot. I'm gonna get tired quicker than I'll hit $1 million.
Yeah, you'll probably hit if you hit a full street going down, just hitting mirrors, you could probably rack up a couple thousand, easy with, the paint jobs and everything,
Yeah, 10,000, 20.
I can tell you right now, some cars are a lot easier to get mirrors for than other cars. Older cars, I had a 99 Avalon, and I had it for about, I had this sumbitch for about like a month and a half, and I parked it near a friend's house for a party, and their grandmom pulled out and backed out and hit my mirror, and I spent hell trying to find a replacement, and they were like, well, we're not going to find it in the same color you got because you got a Mako paint job, so if we paint it...
Oh man, he just missed that one.
He just got stuck in a no outlet. There's like 7 cop cars blocking the no outlet, and he swerved right back out, getting through.
Right through those deputies again, just missing them. Unbelievable. There's about a dozen black and whites, a sea of orcas.
Yep.
Oh, my God.
And they were like getting out of the trucks too, so like they're all stuck up over there. As he's pulling out here, that
was a devil's reject moment, and he just went through the block.
Yeah. Just absolute madman.
I see every... Oh, man. I just cannot keep up with this guy.
So the grandma took your mirror?
Yeah, she took my mirror out, and...
Did she cop to it?
Eventually, so what had happened was I got in my car like, 20, 30 minutes later, and I got out, and it was dark, and I didn't really notice at first, but as I pulled out I got in my car and I pulled out, I realized, oh shit, my mirror is not there. So I called her and I was like, hey, did you it was like a cul-de-sac neighborhood. So it's like, do you guys have like people knocking out, fucking mirrors in your neighborhood or something? And she was like, oh no. And she said, you know what? My grandma called me as she left and said it sounded like her car was having issues or something. She heard something. And sure enough, we found out that, she backed into my fucking mirror and took off.
Oh man.
But yeah, they were like, so here's the thing, since you have a shitty paint job, we can get a mirror and paint it for you. And, it's not going to match the rest of your car.
Yeah.
Like it's going to look nicer than the rest of your car, unfortunately. Like I was trying to have them do like the door too. And like we could do that, but like you're going to have one door that looks different from the rest of your car.
Who cares?
I was like, well, fuck. So I didn't do the door. It just had a dent or a little scratch in it. And I was
my
like,
car's got like 10 dents in it right now.
I had just gotten this car.
What's it? It's not your car till you get a couple dents. That's right. Oh shit!
No boundaries, no inhibitions. He is going for it. I mean, I think he's pretty well aware of how this is going to end, and it's not going to be pretty.
All right, for a moment there were like 50 cops on the screen.
Yeah. They are all up on his ass right now.
What just sparked up?
I think that was
a scrape.
I think that was either his tire or it's one of the tools in the truck. So he's dragging. Yeah. So there is another weed whacker that was hanging off the side. They had a couple of them in there. One of them's kind of hanging out of the side now. And on the other side, it could be any number of shits hanging off.
That grandma was a little Weasley liar.
Yeah, she was. And then when I went to go get it fixed, I took it up to a place and I got an estimate for it. And she said, oh no, take it to this guy instead. I was like, no, I know this guy to be good. And she was like, well, if I'm paying for it, take it here. And I didn't want to go through insurance. So I was like, oh, that's his tire.
Damn.
I didn't want to take it through insurance. So I was like, all right.
It got to the point where my family mechanic would just make fun of me whenever I would be fucked up and crash my car. He's like, oh, you did it again, huh?
Did it again.
Like, is this time going to be the last time? Or he definitely knew what was up.
Yeah, that's one of those, it's good to have that relationship with a mechanic where they know you kind of thing. But not to the point where they because they're happy when you walk in because that means business.
I have the one honest mechanic in Cincinnati.
It's so important to have that.
It's so hard to find.
You know what? Someone told me this a while back. They told me especially if you move to a new area or something, go to the local police department and ask them, hey, when something's wrong with your car, what mechanic do you go to?
Most police departments have their own mechanics.
Oh, like for the squad cars and stuff?
Yeah.
Well, maybe, but they'll usually tell you hey, this place is good.
That might be true.
Yeah.
It probably
this
just
person does honest work.
That's probably place to place. Like I know Cincinnati, they do most of their own stuff because one of my buddies would work on squad cars and ambulances.
So that's where I found my first guy that was closer to where I used to live. I mean, he was just super honest and we can do this and we can do this and, it'll take a little bit longer. It's going to cost a little bit more, but it's going to set you up for a longer time, or we can do this. And if you replace one of these, or, it was like struts. And I was like, if you replace one of them, you might as well do at least two of them, if not all four of them.
That's a lot.
Because yeah, it is. But it's if you're going to get it done, especially with the car I had at the
struts
time.
For? Dude, I got
Dude, the roads up here are so fucked.
I bet Cincinnati's close to as bad as Detroit's.
Oh God, no.
Really?
Oh no. Michigan has at least the Detroit metro area of Detroit has the worst roads of anywhere I've ever been in the entire country.
It's probably in the top 5 of the country.
They're so bad, and a lot of it's because of the freezing and refreezing stuff. We get warm fronts during the winter from the wind coming over the lakes and shit like that, but we get the refreezing and shit like that. It fucks up the roads so bad.
My boy is booking it right now.
Yeah, he is booking it.
He's going 80, 85 again.
Oh, and we're coming to so he just crashed into a back of a Jeep.
Head on. Unbelievable. Head on with another car. And here comes not even a pit maneuver, but they rammed into it from behind into a gas station. Folks getting gas.
That was a hard crash. He's still going.
Hard stop. He's still going.
He just pitted the Jeep and kept going.
Yep.
Dude.
And he makes it
Just
about
hit another
here.
car.
His shit ain't looking so hot.
Oh,
Cop car hits him
man.
in the back. He pulls to
Yeah,
a stop in a gas station. He tries to keep going a little bit.
That is so fucking dangerous.
Yep.
Oh, dude, my car right now, all my air vents are filled with broken glass, and I have 3 broken struts.
That's
Every bump you hit is like, I'm waiting for the whole chassis to just explode one day.
yeah. How long have you had that car?
It's not that old.
I'm gonna say you might.
It's like I've had it for like 2.5. No, I've had it since I've been sober, so like almost 4 years.
All right, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
All right, so as he pulls into this gas station, almost he hits the gas station terminal. Not fast enough to do like damage to it, but he starts backing up and trying to get away.
But
as he's doing
like
so,
this explode all the time.
Yeah.
This is on the edge.
So I want you to take notice of all these police officers down here.
Can we count them? How many?
Yeah,
cop cars?
let's see how many we got on.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think there's 10.
Did you count this one down here? Because this is an undercover police car.
So we got 10 cop vehicles around this gas station. He's crashed out. Right now, he's probably 30 feet from the pump. He already kind of hit it. And
this is an important.
he's in the vehicle still.
Here's one more little piece of information.
Okay.
One, we're going to keep an eye on the police over here, but we're also going to watch this car over here. So if you remember, he did hit this car on his way pulling into this gas station. He hit him, pushed him back a little bit, and you can see someone got out of the car over here.
And I see at least 3 cops out. One of them I can tell has a gun. I'm not sure about the others, but everyone's clamoring out of their vehicles into this lot, it feels like right now. And he's still in his vehicle.
He is still in his vehicle.
Okay.
Now, here's where it gets goofy and wet and wild because they start firing on him.
Look at this. Ramming into the front end. They're shooting. They're shooting at him. They're shooting.
Almost immediately, they are like, all right, it's fucking game over. You're not getting away again.
They decide to start opening fire at the gas station.
Yes.
Unbelievable. 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 Foot on the gas. Bullets flying through that truck. And now we'll see as they surround the vehicle, multiple teams and K9 units already on the scene here, surrounding the vehicle.
And is he smoking out his tires again?
Yes. He's trying to. He's really trying to.
Are they just pumping shots into the...
So not yet. It's about to start happening here where they start to realize, okay, he's trying to get away again. But yeah, you see them. They're all piling up over here, figuring out the next move. What the fuck do we do? What do we do? What do we do?
Anytime this happens, when cops shoot into a vehicle all at once, it's like they all become the stupidest thing. Like they pump like 100 shots into cars like this. It's like the stupidest shit. Oh, that dude's down on the ground.
So this dude's down on the ground. They're all kind of up around his car right now.
That's the driver of the car he hit.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
You know what's real fucked up about this situation, though, is you would think like, oh, maybe he got hurt, maybe he got hit. No, he's being arrested right now.
Why?
So the story is they came over and they were like, hey, you need to move. You need to get out of line of sight because we're going to start shooting. And he was like fighting with them about like he's getting his family out of the car or something, and they were like, don't have time for it.
I'm sure they didn't charge him. They just need to get him the fuck out for his sake. There was so much smoke coming.
But they did beat his ass though.
That's crazy.
It is fucking crazy. So you can notice right now there are at least 2 different holes in the side window. They brought out a fucking shotgun.
Those are shotgun shells. Those are high caliber shotgun shells that have now that fired right through that driver's side window.
And they're
oh my god, bro.
They're fucking unloading on dude.
Incredible.
Wow. They're shooting through his driver window.
Yeah, so this was after like when they got him over and they realized, okay, they said they saw a gun.
They always say this.
Of course. That's the one. It's like I never saw a gun in the end of the video or anything like that. But they said they saw a gun, so they started shooting.
They got the dogs too.
They got the dog out.
Dude, I have to know. Does it end here?
Yeah, Yeah, this has come to an end, guys. I hate to tell you, but well, I'm happy to say that this has come to an end.
Yes, this is the final stand.
Oh man, they're just gonna murder him for sure.
So
I was hoping he got to that next car.
Yeah. Get one more car in.
One more.
No, they got him dead to rights here.
Damn.
Look at, there's a fire though. The vehicle's on fire. The vehicle's on fire, and that's going to require the fire department.
Couple small bullet holes in the rear cab window. They're confirming now at this point it's just him in the car. They said they saw a firearm, and there's a standoff for a good almost 10 minutes.
See, I never understand that because all it takes is one dude with a shield. They do this thing. There's 10 cops with their arm on each other's back, marching up with shields. But now look at their body language. They're doing so casually. They're not worried at all. They know they just murdered this dude, but they're all walking up holding shields, but they're walking nonchalantly. They're not even undercover.
He's moving. He's still been moving inside the vehicle.
But look how these cops are walking in the back. They're not worried.
Yeah. Bust open his fucking window.
Stepping out of the vehicle. Whoa.
What is that? Like a lance? Like four
that's exactly what it looks like. Yeah, it's like a big fucking, it's like a rock on the end of a stick.
Yeah. Now, is he dead already? Or they're dragging him out of the truck. Do we know if he's dead yet?
He is not dead.
Damn.
He's not, they saw him moving inside. That's why they got the full force.
It's almost hard to believe it's over. I can't believe what we just saw.
Not even prying open the car. I think they pull him out of the fucking window.
Do we know how many rounds he took?
There's at least, you can count on the side of the vehicle.
But
so
I'm just curious, afterwards, did we find out how many he got hit with?
He got hit with no. So apparently something grazed his hand. But other than that, he never took any gunshots.
This man's made of luck. Now,
yeah,
it said he's facing 54 years. I called, this is my prediction. I called it before I even knew how this ended. I don't think he'll serve that long. I think he gets out in 10.
Probably.
Because, he got shot, and as reckless as everything he did was, no one died, incredibly enough.
Yeah, he's probably the hardest charges he's going to have to fight on would be the assault on the officers.
Which
thing,
they take seriously.
Yeah.
But no one died, and he's walking out on his 2 feet. He doesn't look severely injured from here. I'm sure
no, they said apparently there's something with his back, or he had a concussion there. I forget what it was. There was some kind of minor injury where they escort him to the hospital.
He's got Jimmy legs.
After this. Yeah.
Got to get this man to the hospital. He's got Jimmy legs. Been driving too long.
So he's got they search him, they stop him, and it's over at this point. But
wow, dude, what a run! This was fantastic. What a great piece of cinematography history. This is a film classic.
Exciting start to finish. Even at the end, someone else is getting arrested, and they start pulling out guns and shooting the truck, and they're in a gas station.
Oh man,
it's fucking wild.
This has been a pleasure.
This was breathtaking, and my heart was stopping. A roller coaster of emotions up here.
Yeah, the one when they first said okay, we have reason to think he has got a gun. They put the dog away,
which is ironic because the police love killing other people's dogs, but they get real defensive about us shooting their dogs.
The fucking FBI agent listening to our podcast, it just perked up a little bit.
Special Agent Bobo is on to it. Giving him so much evidence. Oh my god.
Oh god damn it. So they're right now they're putting up the caution tape around the area. They're fully secure in the area. They think they blocked off this intersection for good for the night kind of thing.
You know what I would also like to point out? It's pretty interesting. I would say realistically there's probably 75 to 100 cops in this area right now.
Yeah.
Not a single ambulance.
Yeah, no, there's a fire truck that pulled up on the other side of the gas station, but not an ambulance yet.
Yeah, not too worried about that. We're here to kill, not to
yeah. They're here to stop the criminals dead in their tracks.
Man, Dude, cops suck so much, don't they? Jesus Christ. Just the worst people ever.
Well, that's going to be all for us today.
One of our doors gets kicked in right about now.
Yeah, I really do. I think I really do. I think it's funny to think that just because of controversial things we have said or whatever, that there is an FBI agent or a CIA agent that's got to listen to the podcast to like, are they doing terrorist shit? Like, I don't know. Put Jim on it, and Jim's like, one of our regular audience members.
Dude, I really do wonder because you have to figure most of it's going through algorithms. I feel like our episode on what was the name of it? Freedom on Guantanamo Bay, Abu Ghraib.
Oh yeah, the art of torture.
Yeah, I feel like that type of shit is probably the stuff that gets like doing that research would get us flagged on algorithms the most. But I wonder how much like actual content, whether it's NSA, like whatever security apparatus, I wonder how much content they actually listen to by agents or officers.
Yeah, and it's one of those like we have it on our search history of like torture methods used by the government and stuff like that. Maybe it's not phrased like how to torture people, kind of thing, but more or less those are the results we got.
My experience, cops have had my computer for unrelated reasons. I just feel like unless you actually do something, unless they see you're buying large amounts of ammo or acquiring guns or like you're Googling all kinds of crazy shit, I feel like as long as it's clear you're just living your life, no one gives a fuck. Like I feel like they're
not out there to stop a crime from happening. They're here to investigate a crime that's already happened.
Yeah, unless you're like really on the radar for like putting out.
You got priors or shit,
Well, not even that. Like I feel like you have to be espousing hate. Like if we had anonymous Twitter accounts where we're saying like kill all blank people, like of course that's gonna get you fucked up. But like I don't know. I just feel like especially with the culture right now, is so anti-cop, which I feel like they're posers, right? I've been saying fuck cops forever, and now everyone else is too.
The fucking cop-hating hipster. I was hating cops before it was cool.
All right, now here is something that does genuinely bother me. As much as I despise cops, when you're with someone else.
But before you continue,
sure.
Look at all the cop cars. Look at all of them.
Damn.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
All they need is a water source and electric supply, and they got a little city.
22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 30 cop cars, 2 fire trucks, and an ambulance.
Damn. Yeah, but when you're with someone else who is disrespectful to a cop's face, unless the cop has already fucked you up or something, like I feel like you should get arrested for disrespecting a cop to their face because you're such a fucking idiot.
Yeah, you're just stupid.
Yeah, like you know what? You should go to jail for a night or two because you're a fucking idiot. Like as much as I like dislike cops, there's just obvious life rules. Like you show respect until you're disrespected. And with a cop, even if you are disrespected, you still got to give a little extra because the power dynamic. If they want to fuck you up, they're going to fuck you up. I've been fucked up by cops before. It fucking sucks. There's nothing you can do about it. You can't like mouth off to a cop when they're, I don't know. It's just some people just turn into idiots as soon as they're in front of somebody that has power.
That's the other thing, especially with, body cams and stuff that, even, with the amount of them that are turned off or whatever too, like you'll have some of that and we'll have people talk about that. But, if you're nothing but, like respectful out the gate and, you do your part, do your thing, like there's a lot less that they can hold against you. If, push comes to shove and you try to fight it later on or something, like, look, I was not, being shitty. I was not, trying to resist or whatever. Like I'm trying to, it's not to say that you're not going to get fucked up or die, but
wasn't it wild too? Like kids today or whatever, they would expect cops to have body cams. Like all
Yeah.
of my dirty days, that was never even an option.
Never.
If they just wanted to shoot you, they can shoot you, do whatever.
Yeah, and that's still definitely, it's not a nationwide thing at all. Like,
No.
you see it in a lot of major cities now, but it's not at all the uniform thing.
I don't know if all since CPD does or not.
I'm pretty certain all,
Detroit.
yeah, I don't know about individual cities. I think all Oakland County sheriffs do, but I don't know about like individual cities, like, you know, in Madison Heights or something if they have to, or, you know, in maybe in downtown Detroit, it would make sense.
Dude, CPD is so fucking dirty. I watched a cop, he put down his badge and said to a kid, let's go in the woods. And then he made a reference, I've killed kids younger than you in the war, to a 16-year-old kid. And he put down his badge and was like going to try to essentially murder this kid in the woods. And another cop pulled me over, assault me in my own car. Pretty good. And end up getting arrested. And then somebody made a phone call, got my dad on the line, and like some people standing by started recording what happened. They let me go. I get a court date, and my family happened to know a cop that was in the same police district. Now, this cop was doing us a favor. He's the good guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
I end up meeting him in the courthouse, and we talked for a bit. Apparently, this cop that assaulted me had a record of this. And to do me a favor, the cop we knew and the judge dropped the charges against me. That was the favor, which at the time felt like I was being saved. They helped me out so much. The reality is, they just covered his ass. They're as guilty as he is. They
covered it up.
It's so fucked up.
Yeah, they knew if that went to court, they would be able to pull up a past examples of that, and yeah.
Like if my family, my dad just didn't happen to know this guy, if I was in a fucked up position, if I came from like a shittier place in life, like they just would have railroaded it. Like it's you know, it's just so fucking gross.
Yeah.
But you know, there's always good people too, just not many.
Yeah. Cool shit. Crazy fucking video.
Yeah. Now, I'm a bit excited about next week. We have a potentially contentious topic, and I have a bone to pick with the audience. I have a little beef, and I'm going to yell at you.
Yeah, you're tune in next week to hear Steven get angry.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
With people he doesn't know.
Yeah, and some contentious topics. Very, very interesting.
Is contentious the right word? Controversial?
Contentious, controversial. Aren't they synonyms, basically?
No, I thought contentious meant like on your high horse.
No, that's pretentious. I contend contentious things.
Oh, no, you're right. It is. Okay, yeah, I just had that word mixed up then.
I'm a doctor and a professor.
He is. Doctor, professor. I thought you had another thing. Detective.
Detective.
Yeah, Detective Steve.
Sherlock and Watson out here in these streets.
I like to think, when they say 9 out of 10 doctors, we're that one. We together are that one.
One disagreeable. Between the two of us, we make one disagreeable doctor and a bad detective.
Yeah.
This was really fun. It was dumb goofing around.
You got any dishonors, anything you want to put out before we get the fuck out of here?
I don't think so. We'll get in some dishonorable material next week, that's for sure.
Yeah. Thanks again for listening, everybody. Thank you to Approaching Human for the use of his music. You can find his work on SoundCloud at Approaching-Human.
Thanks, John. Real quick, I will say we got interviews lined up with both Chaotic Steel and Approaching Human on the horizon, so those will be
fuck yeah.
I'm very excited for both of those. It'll be so much fun.
I'm excited to hear Chaotic Steel in the flesh. I've only ever heard his voice via audio medium on Spotify.
Yeah, and SoundCloud. I've talked to him. I've probably known him for 5 years, and we've only ever communicated through messaging, text, or whatever, so it'd be really cool to talk to him in person. Looking forward.
Fuck yeah. Make sure to check out the show page at Trashcats on Instagram for news and art from the show. Check out Facebook for the memes.
If you're super bored, you can check out my trashy art on Instagram at Skyzix, SKYZACX. Just put up a new drippy, weird landscape today, and I'm working on something new. And no honorable mentions. I think that's it. We're out of here.
Hell yeah. And, just a reminder, we don't say it often enough, should maybe if you listen to this whole thing, maybe share it with a trash cat, some other person that might like other trash people talking about shit, maybe.
Yeah, we're going for a targeted approach. Single out one person at your workplace. Tail them for weeks. Make sure they're vulnerable. And then when you know the time is right to strike, slip them a link.
Yeah, maybe even plaster, print out a bunch of our URLs on a piece of paper and tape it to their car or somewhere near their place of work.
Pique their
maybe
interest.
go subliminal route and put it in their stuff, and then they find it. Yeah, they're like, where'd this come from? And you're like, I don't know. And then, maybe they see it on a billboard on their way to work, buy a billboard and put our logo on it. And
the point is, get creative.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
That's going to be all for us today. Stay classy, eat trashy.
Go fast, eat trash.
That's one of the wildest things about this. We were right over Knott's Berry Farm after locking down Soak City, and the rest is literally history.
And don't get caught by the cops.
Yeah, don't get caught. It's the stupidest thing. Listen to Young Jeezy, don't get caught.